This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs. What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of this freaking show. Guys, if you remember back in June, I had a guy on, Matt Stoffle. He's here. He's on camera if you guys are watching on YouTube. If it's audio, it's still a surprise until I announce it. But back in June, we had a guest on where we got to talk about nutrition and health and shit like that. Because back in June, my goal was to be healthier and to be better and to find ways to be non-fat. Well, here I am. Look at me fucking fail. So I'm going to try to figure out what went wrong. And that's why I decided to bring Matt back. If you guys remember, Matt is the owner of Apex Nutrition. He is also a professional wrestler in the Midwest independent scene known as Apex. And I'm excited to kind of talk with you. First off, Matt, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for inviting me back, man. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun last time.
Yeah, you don't gotta lie. Yeah,
okay, fine. Oh, you gotta be honest on this show. Okay.
Yeah, I prefer you just be honest. I mean, let's face it. I brought you on in June and this month for the same reason. I don't want to pay for the advice. I'd rather just, if I get it for free and just call it a episode.
Okay. So just ignore the invoice when I send it afterwards.
It'll get lost in the mail. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well,
yeah. When you see the address says Guam, just go with it. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah. If you guys remember back, Matt, we sat and we kind of talked a lot about, the type of things I should be doing, the type of things that I need to be doing, and where I was health-wise then, and to now I want to talk a lot about because I know there were issues that I had because I did go to my doctor's appointment in May. And we talked a little bit about the low T count and all that stuff. And we're going to dive into all that as well. First off, Joe, if you want to say hi to Matt, I don't know, please feel free to do so.
Hi, Matt. Welcome back to the show.
Hey,
Sorry,
Joe.
I missed you last time.
Yeah, definitely. I got stuck for like over an hour and a half talking with this guy. So at least you're here now.
Happens to all of us.
Well, Joe is busy, being a husband and family and, doing things that, people unlike me do, so.
Okay. Life. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's like, so. But, yeah, first off, Matt, I know I kind of recapped a little bit, but I know you did in June, but go ahead. Tell everyone exactly who you are. I think I kind of said everything, but say it in your own words. I want to see how you do.
Yeah, as
sell yourself.
Talking about, guys. Sell myself. Oh, God.
Sell yourself, bro. Make me not want to hang up on you right now.
How much money you got, dude? Come on. So, guys, I am Matt Stoffle. I am the owner of Shorewood, Apex Nutrition in Shorewood, Illinois. So we are specialized in sports nutrition. We do have coaching opportunities as well as online coaching, in person, and we have pre-made meals for everyone who's looking to have something healthier and more wholesome to eat while carrying the top national brands in supplements. I've been doing this for 3 years. I've owned Apex and had worked in nutrition shops and as a personal trainer for well over 10 years in my 20s. So learned a lot over the years, and I've continued education. It's something I'm very passionate about. I love the fact that you can come into my store or just give my store a call, and you're going to get a real opinion as well as researched information, not just some made-up stuff, not something that's going to get you to buy all the product. Honestly, I'm more of a detriment to my own business because I don't like to upsell or add on. I like to get my customers exactly what they need. And I've had customers apologize to me coming in because they just talked and buy a thing. Guess what? I had a great day because I got to talk to somebody and help guide them in the right direction. So it's definitely something I've been passionate about for a long time, and I want to keep being passionate about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why it's one of the cool things, like where I can actually ask you questions and kind of talk to you about it, because clearly whatever I'm doing in my life is just not working when it comes to health and fitness and nutrition, all that stuff. And I know the steps I got to take, and I know what my biggest problem is. And I'm gonna ask you about that. I'm gonna ask your opinion on that. Oh yeah, and I think we got to disclaimer it. I know we said it before the show, but I'm gonna disclaimer it now. Matt is in no way a licensed like psychologist or anything like that. So anything that he's going to be asked is going to be based on his opinion, based on his experience in the business of health and nutrition. I'm comfortable in asking certain questions about why you believe this or why you think this about myself, because I trust, Matt and people I ask those questions to. I think I've gone on this show before and said that there are times where I don't believe therapy is a logical choice. I know there are reasons for it, but I think I mentioned it on the show, and this is irrelevant to that. But I do respect Matt's opinion and everything. First off, it's weird calling you Matt because I always just call you Apex. It's goofy.
It's definitely different right now.
It is. Yeah, isn't
it? Usually don't call me Apex. Usually call me Jackass.
Stupid.
I'm sure some other things. Yeah, there's a lot I hear in the commentary that you call me when I come out. So.
Well, just what? If you don't want me to call you that, don't be a jackass. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to right the wrongs there. If you've been paying attention.
Yeah. If you weren't a jackass, you probably wouldn't have gotten beaten up in the workout room of the training center the other day. But there you go.
Now I got to go take care of that tonight. 100%. That's great.
Yeah, well, that's on you. You should, not be a jackass. I don't see. That's it. I don't know.
Why BH can't just be the jackass? He's the one that attacked me.
All I know is that people come up to me and is like, "Hey, Travisy, how can I be less stupid?" I was like, "That's simple. Just stop being stupid." I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a simple concept. You want to know why I'm not stupid? Because I'm not stupid. Don't act stupid. I just get my stuff done. And again, we're not here for that. But just for fun fact for you guys in the world, you want to learn not to be stupid, just don't be stupid. It's just,
Some solid advice, actually. Solid advice.
Yeah, simple concept. It's like I just want to be a better person. Well, cool. Be a better person.
And do it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Simple fact. So, you're welcome there, idiots. Anyways, listen to JFW if you want to hear me talk like that.
Less of a heel over here.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, that's a wild thing. I think we talked about that in June, about the whole separation of character and person and everything, man. But it was awesome because you were able to kind of incorporate your real life into your character. Because we talked about the MMA background, and we talked about how that absorbed or that transformed into professional wrestling, how you're able to take your business name and make it your actual gimmick, even though you don't give credit to the right person for that. It's still awesome that you did it. So totally cool. Not bitter about it anyway.
Originally, because I didn't know the ramifications behind that, but I have given said gentleman plenty of credit because it was definitely a random thought that turned into something I very much enjoy. So thanks, Travis.
No, it's fine. I mean, look what happened to Tesla when he didn't get credit for the things that Edison took credit for. But hey, whatever. Did I get that right, Joe?
Died in poverty, married to a pigeon.
Yeah. So,
wow. Okay.
So you're lucky I'm not out there fucking flamingos and shit. So, yeah.
That'd be terrifying. A terrifying wife, a flamingo.
I'm a leg guy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a leg guy. I don't know what to tell you.
They can drink boiling water.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Fun fact about flamingos. Anyway.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, I don't remember where I was at. My train of thought. Okay. So, where the fuck were we at?
Credit for the
character name.
No, even before that. It's weird calling you Matt. What the hell were we talking about before Matt? Anyways, it does not matter. It does not matter. We'll find ourselves again.
Yeah.
But fuck it. We're gonna talk about me. I don't care. We're gonna talk about me for a minute. We're gonna get to me, and we're gonna incorporate your stuff as we go, because I honestly 100% forgot where we were going with it, and that's my own fault because I think you
were going down the route of the mental health part of it, because you were talking about like therapy and.
Now we got past that.
We passed all that.
There was a brief moment where I was about to segue, and I got caught up in calling him Matt. There was a segue into something, and I can't remember what the hell that was. And you know what? There are people who are going to listen to this, and they're going to go back to that moment and be like, it was this, you idiot. And it's like, well.
Hindsight 2020.
Listen, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm at the position where I'm at now for this very reason. If I was better, I'd be famous. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, we get our shit out there. No, so we did talk about the fact that, like, you know, like you were able to utilize, again, your MMA character and everything. But one of the cool things is more of like the behind the scenes shit that people don't see, and that's that you actually bring some of your business to the show for the boys in the back.
Yeah.
Protein bars, energy drinks, things like that, which is incredible, especially when you walk up to me and you bring me a cherry limeade Ghost, which is one of my top 5 energy drinks ever. I think it's definitely my top sugar-free energy drink. C4 is still up there. Ball's energy drink, I don't think if it exists anymore, is up there. But when it comes to sugar-free, Ghost is right up there. I've been getting into Celsius a lot too, which I don't know if you can see. I don't know if it's considered an energy drink or not, but
it was considered a healthy energy drink because usually they didn't have any dyes or anything. There was some lawsuit issues over some of the chemicals in them. I believe those got adjusted, and then Coca-Cola bought them a couple years ago. So now most stores, like especially like mine, have to have a Coca-Cola contract just to be able to carry them. And I've heard those are nightmares, so we're just not going to do that.
Yeah, I do stick with Ghost. The fact that they're coming out with so many different flavors. And Joe, you're not really an energy drink guy, right? I mean, your energy is coffee.
Yeah, I prefer coffee. I would say if I go to energy drinks, it's either Monster or Alani. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Alani Nu
those are my 2 faves.
There's another one, a little more on the flavor side, decent caffeine. There was rumor that Pepsi bought them, but I still can't see anything on those.
You know what though? But it wouldn't surprise me if that's why I can't find them in the 7-Eleven anymore.
They always gather up everything. When one buys one, they buy the competition. It's the same thing when it was Monster and Bangs for the longest time. Coca-Cola owns Monster. Pepsi bought Bang. Was probably the worst deal in the energy drink field ever. A lot of lawsuits, a lot of money, and now Coca-Cola owns Bang somehow out of all this. So
wild.
Yeah, definitely was an interesting time in the energy drink era. So
Bang is also one of my favorite energy drinks. I forgot about Bang.
So Bang was going to be gone for a little while. They got super sued for super creatine, which for your viewers, there is no such thing as super creatine at all. There does not exist.
Makes sense.
They promoted super creatine.
They promoted super creatine being in the Bang energy drink, and they said that they were the only ones that had it. There's no such thing. And when somebody tested for the creatine levels, there was none in there at all.
There wasn't any creatine.
There wasn't any
let alone
in there
super
at all.
creatine.
Let alone super creatine.
Well, then how did they know there was? If they were just testing for regular creatine, how did they know there wasn't any super creatine in there?
There's no such thing as super creatine.
That's what I'm saying.
that was the led it to them. Like, all right, well, there's no such thing as super creatine. Let's see how much creatine is actually in here. There's none. Monster found this out, sued them for stealing their formula for their reigns, saying that this stuff was in there, and won that lawsuit. And then Pepsi sued them, and it just wound up being sue after sue after sue. And then Coca-Cola turned around and bought the remaining what was left of Bang and just re-released it with limited flavors now. So
that's wild. I just looked up an article about it, and I can't believe the claims they were making about this super creatine that didn't exist.
Yeah.
They thought it could quote reverse mental retardation, end quote, and cure disorders such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's.
So, fun story. They're claiming it cures those things. Real creatine actually can help prevent those things.
That's fascinating.
Difference. And we can definitely go into that later if you'd like, on all the new studies of creatine and why it does not matter who you are, what age you are, you should be taking creatine, even if depending on what your goals are. It is something you want to be taking.
I do like the idea of an energy drink that stops you from shaking.
That would be kind of cool. Actually, they did make a relaxing energy drink.
Yeah, no, I just mean like I've seen a lot of people drink a lot of too much energy drinks, and then they're just,
Yeah, there was
caffeine
something out there that you could take, get a little caffeine. It was supposed to mellow you though, which was contradictory to the caffeine. So I was very confused.
Isn't that just weed?
Sure.
Sometimes.
Couldn't that just stop your jitteriness? I don't know. I don't do drugs. I'm a Christian, so.
Whoa, it's a plant. It just grows that way.
Whoa. Well, I got my opinions. You got yours. Live it now.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. There was a time where like I was whole on board of like every drug is a bad drug, but over the years, talking mostly with Joe, I learned that certain things are, considered more of a medicinal purpose to help people be better, not so much a drug. I still don't do marijuana. I still don't smoke marijuana. Look, man, that's how you know I'm old. I don't do marijuana. Just because on a drug test I fail at work and everything, I'm out. I understand.
If you have a job, yeah. Most jobs nowadays, except the federal, don't really care in the state of Illinois. It just depends on what you're doing. My dad had huge back problems, huge everything. I was trying to give him CBD stuff back in the day. He was a firefighter. He couldn't have it. Couldn't have it in his system still. So, and it's very low THC.
The hardest problem I think when it comes especially like with the industry I'm in, when it comes to like drug testing and marijuana falling within that category still, is that if something is to happen to you while on the job site, there's no way of saying if you were or weren't high at the time of it happening. Yeah. Especially being in a petroleum industry, being inside a refinery where they have so many processes and policies in place where like one single thing could shut you down and cost you millions of dollars an hour.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest concern. Now, obviously they can't separate, this person from this person in the business, but like being an office guy who's never in the field, I don't see what the problem is. But they can't just say like, oh, this group of people can smoke pot, this group of people can't. Everyone has to follow the same policy. Exactly. That's what, yeah. So, I mean, if there was I don't know, I think CBD is like the main thing that kind of helps with like calmness and everything. It's just I always have that weird fear of taking CBD and then failing a drug test. Like I know I don't think logically that's how it works, but there's still that fear. Like, what if I go into a dispensary and said I need some CBD gummies, I need to help lower my stress, and they accidentally give me the wrong thing? Then it's like, well, hey, it's like, hey, Travis, you just failed your drug test. Like, no, I only took CBD, but obviously THC popped up or whatever the hell the reason. That's another one of my fears. Like, what if I get the wrong thing, and I just have again that increases. To think about lowering my stress gives me stress.
That is catch-22 for sure on that one, man.
That sums up my life perfectly. How do I be better? Well, what I'm doing makes me fucking worse. That's the problem. Clearly, that's why I'm still fucking. I look like Santa in December. Something I'm doing just. What'd you just say?
The beard's a little off, though.
Yeah.
For Santa.
Not now. Your beard looks great.
I mean, it's graying and shit. It's
your beard looks fantastic, just not for Santa.
It looks fantastic because I take care of my neck up. I take care of myself.
The money maker part.
Yeah, fucking no.
Don't see this on camera.
No, that's why I don't stand up from tables and shit.
Literally, the camera's just literally here.
There are moments and I thought about this when I just watched Rocket Pro Wrestling's release of their show from this past month, and watching Joe Hendry come out to the ring, which was an awesome fucking moment. And I was excited to actually watch the entrance because I'm seeing a commentary behind it while it's happening. All I can think about is this gelatinous fat fuck of a travesty sitting, pun intended, sitting at the commentary table, too fat to sit behind the fucking table because they got 4 people at the table. I'm just seeing like, and I watched my fucking entrance and I'm just like, I'm ashamed of myself for where I got in my life and how fucking fat I got. And I remember I sit there not every single day, maybe every other day, because there are days where I don't think about it. I just want to enjoy life for the brief moment before I realize how fat I fucking am. And, it's just like, you know what? Today starts a new day. I'm going to stop eating out. I'm going to start going for walks more. I'm going to commit to fasting. I'm going to start doing all this stuff I say I'm going to do. And then the next day I get to work and I realize, crap, I forgot to pack a lunch. Well, I'm starving. Might as well order Jimmy John's. And then it just topples over. And then 3-4 days later, what am I doing with my life? Need to get better. Got to start going for walks. As soon as my back feels better, I'm going to go for walks. As soon as I'm able to breathe better, I'm going to start going to the gym more. I'm going to go shopping and actually buy groceries rather than buying fast food. And then the next day, oh crap! Yep, I didn't get to the store. Crap, I got nothing to make for lunch.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess I'll just get Panera today. I'll get one of their salads. It's better at least I'm buying their salad than buying crap. Scroll through, I get the fucking sandwich. Like, I can't say no to the Italian.
Salad got weird.
Yes. Well, salad doesn't sound as appetizing as a cheddar broccoli soup in a bread bowl with a sandwich on the side.
God, that is good though.
It's so fucking good.
And only like 900 calories.
Yeah, just for the soup bowl part.
Yeah, just for the bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Travis, the thing you're talking about, man, you're not the only one that does this. It is very common, especially in our Western society. So you don't sit there and think that I do these horrible. Everyone else is making decisions. There's so many people that aren't making that choice. Hell, I even have my days where I forget to go and cook. Oh, I forgot to cook dinner. All right, what do I got to eat today? The only difference is though, I'm looking. All right, what's a healthy option? All right, what can I go grab? Where can I eat and get the most protein? Where can I eat, get the least amount of carbs and sugar and processed stuff? And then if you go to a McDonald's, there are ways to get around eating so negative. I think probably one of my best physiques after we had a conversation over the summer, I think I was watching back the Scott Spade match where JPH came and helped me. Dude, I looked great there. I just came back from a vacation with my family for a week. I had not trained. I hadn't eaten fully properly. I mean, I did the best I could when we were out there, but that was a family vacation. I wasn't even on my diet at the time. So it's definitely possible to do that. You got to make that choice then when you're making that choice to eat something out or find something different to eat.
No, and I appreciate you talking about how great you look when I'm talking about how bad I look. That's awesome of you.
I needed you to have that image.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, comparing you and me, same fuck. Yeah, apples and apples. I get you. Yeah, jackass.
Cool.
This is why you.
This is why I'm called the jackass.
This is why you get talked about in content. It's like I am miserable. Yeah, let me talk about how great my life is. Like, hey, you fat single man. Let me talk about my family vacation where I came back looking better. No, okay.
I mean, when you put it that way, all right.
No, but that's the thing. But you're right. Like, the opportunities to be better in health is obviously there. Like, I don't know what it is about me where I can't sit there and just. I mean, I still drink soda, but I've not had a regular soda in like months. It's still sugar-free soda, which is still not as good. It's still like I still need to get away from that. But I know that my love for soda isn't something I can just stop. Because I know which, knock on wood, I don't know how, but whenever I cold turkey quit something, eventually it just comes back around. Within like weeks, within like months, it's just like, man, like I am done drinking soda, but within 2 weeks, it's like, I can have a sugar-free soda. But then that's like, hey, can I get a Diet Coke? Like, our diet machine's not working. Regular's fine. And then boom, I'm just back.
So that's the difference. So honestly, regular soda ain't that bad no more. Everyone makes this claim. There's tons of research coming out there that if you're trying to lose weight, diet soda is fine. Because you know why? It's going to prevent those cravings. You're going to get something more than just water. If you're someone that doesn't drink amino acids, if you're someone that doesn't make these drinks in the fitness industry because you went to your local store and they gave you a bunch of powders to make into water, that is a great alternative. The key thing, man, is get away from the regular. There's so much extra crap in regular soda, and then there's so much extra crap in the high fructose corn syrup because it's synthetically made. We can't process that properly to not become body fat. And that is why diet is better. I've been drinking diet soda for the last 15 years. I keep having to explain to my parents when I go over there for family that my dad keeps asking, "Oh, Matt drinks Mountain Dew, right?" She's like, "No, he drinks Diet Mountain Dew." Every year they get me regular Mountain Dew, and I don't get to drink anything at the family function because my dad can't remember. I haven't drank regular soda since I was in my teens. Yeah. But it is definitely beneficial. The amount of aspartame or amount of sodas you have to drink for that to actually be harmful to your body, you're talking like 70 plus cans of a soda in one day. It doesn't matter for the week, one day. Mm-hmm. It's not going to affect you in a negative way. I'm going to tell everyone right now, enjoy your diet soda. Maybe don't go overboard, but enjoy it and realize you're not doing anything negative to your body. You're not hurting yourself. You're never going to get to those levels of danger unless you're crazy. But we can figure that out later on that. So.
I think the most soda I've ever drinking in a day, and this is like going back earlier, probably more like in the summer, because I think I've been doing decently better over the last 2 months or so, but like summer, spring and shit like that, like on a Sunday if I got nothing going on, nothing to do, like just got done doing an SCW show, went home, slept or whatever, woke up like, man, I need to eat, and I call up like Tony's Pizza right here in town.
Okay.
And I say, hey, let me get a large pepperoni pizza because a single topping pizza is $11.99. And I get a 2-liter of Diet Right and stuff, and I'll down that entire thing. But to me, that's my meal for the day. Like, that's all I eat for a day. So it's like a justification that I do to myself to like, well, obviously it's bad that I'm eating an entire large pizza by myself. But if this is my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then what's the fucking problem? Wrong way of thinking, right?
It's not the best. Now you can justify that with a certain meal sometimes. Like if you've gone an entire day of not eating something, you got to catch up on your calories. I'm the type of person, I'll go stop and get a value meal from McDonald's. I haven't eaten today. I have no calories. I have no fat. I have no carbs. I haven't hit any of my macros, anything. I will be fine with getting that. It's not going to negatively affect me because I've also been probably working all day. I've been moving around. It's different. Like if you're going to get that pizza, don't eat the whole thing. Eat a few slices at a time, a couple times throughout the day. Spread it out because if you put too much at one time and your energy expenditure is too low, you're just going to store it.
Well, yeah. So it's okay. Well, explain that to me then. Like, what if, like, let's say I buy a large pizza at 11 o'clock in the morning, right? Tony's Pizza opens up at 11 o'clock. I place the order. It shows up at 12:15. Mm-hmm. I eat all of that by 2 o'clock. Now, what's the difference if I eat half of it then and half of it at like 6 o'clock?
That's going to depend on what you actually are going to be doing for the rest of the day. You're going to be sitting around doing.
I'm going to be sitting around doing nothing. Yeah.
Then your body's not going to need all those calories, and it's just going to store it as body fat. Remember, it's a lot of carbs in a pizza.
Regardless, no matter which way I go about it.
Because you have to still at least be somewhat active and move around. You can spread your meals out throughout the day, but if you're still just sitting around, it still counts the same total calorie count for the day. It's the same total fat count because you're not burning anything. We only burn so many calories sitting down. Our biggest expenditure is getting up and moving. Is actually weight training is the biggest calorie burn all around. If you're doing resistance training and weight training, that lasts for hours after continuously, to where if you're just doing cardio, I think they say it's like less than 90 minutes after a workout, your body's back to normal stasis. And it's only burning the calories it needs to live at that point or whatever activity you're doing.
Okay, gotcha. Joe, anything so far? Yeah, I'm gonna give you opportunities to say things. I don't want to.
Oh no, I've just been listening along.
Okay, gotcha. So cool. So
I'll jump in.
One thing I kind of incorporate Joe's slightly. I don't know Joe's lifestyle, so yeah. I'm assuming coffee is not a bad thing to have in a day.
No.
Joe mostly, I think
Joe's
is a straight up black coffee only guy, no cream, no sugar, and stuff like that.
Unless I'm treating myself.
So I got a stupid question, and again, everyone's out there listening. This is Matt's opinion, not a license, whatever. Maybe nutrition wise, you might know though. So I drink sugar-free soda. I drink tea. Okay. Large chunks of my day, if I leave for work in the morning, I'll stop at Dunkin', and on a good day, I will get a large unsweetened black iced tea.
Okay.
And I would get some of those those I don't know what they're called, but they're basically just eggs. Like it's like an egg white. Yeah. Not the wraps, not the carb, but yeah. On a good day, that's what I'll get.
Okay.
On a maybe not so good day, but I still consider it a good day. I will get a large tea, and I'll get one of those like chicken pepper wraps. You know, I refrain from donuts and shit. I'm trying to do really hard to stay away from sweets.
Yeah.
Like the only sweets right now is actually like this shit, which is actually I got from you. This is that chocolate mint.
The protein, right?
Yeah, I can't remember which brand it is though.
It should be the Roll One. I thought we got you.
So actually no, I actually pulled those pictures up. So the first time I went to you, I got the vanilla.
Yeah.
Which was isosane. And then yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's really good value if you're just a chocolate and vanilla person.
Yeah. So I got that vanilla, and then Rule 1 was the mint one I got. So I'm trying to stick to that as far as sweets because I am a sweet tooth person. If somebody offers me an M&M cookie, I'm going to eat that fucking M&M cookie. I will make love to that fucking cookie because that is my favorite treat of everything. Christmas time, if you hand me a peanut butter cookie with a Hershey Kiss in the middle of it, I may fuck you.
Wow.
Because I love those cookies that much. Yeah, keep that in mind next time you decide to hand me one of them cookies. It's just who I am. I love desserts. I love sweets. I love that stuff.
Same. I do.
So
How could you not?
Yeah.
I know. It's like oh my god, a cherry pastry. Anything cherry related, love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. So to go to Dunkin' and not get like a donut or like something that is really hard, but to me it's just like that's how I consider a mental victory. Like this is like that's a small victory for me. Like if I can't walk 10,000 miles today because I know I'm too fat and lazy to do it, at least I know I did not drive through and get a Boston cream donut, which I love. To my original point though, I will get like a large black unsweetened iced tea, which in my mind, healthy. It's not sweet tea. I hate sweet tea, so I will never get that. It's not soda. It's an unsweetened black tea.
Okay.
I'll drink like if I do order like Jimmy John's or something like that, I'll get a large Diet Coke. Not a whole lot of water during the day. Maybe at the most, maybe I drink like 32 ounces of water in a day. Not a whole lot of water. In my mind, and tell me if I'm wrong, shouldn't the black tea count towards my water intake?
Yes and no. And the reason being is that
I believe it should be yes, because all it is water with leaves soaking in it.
But the tea has caffeine, which is a dehydrator and diuretic.
Nobody told me that.
So that's why. You're still getting caffeine when you drink the tea.
This protein shake has water in it. Should this count towards my water content?
Yep, it does because you mix it with water. Yes.
So you're telling me if I drink a 16-ounce protein shake 8 times a day, that's going to be, I don't know, Joe, do the math for me.
About a gallon?
Gallon of water and whatever amount of protein scoops you did, which are about 24 grams per scoop.
Is that a lot of calories, though? Would that be like, if I'm drinking, if I'm doing 16 scoops of protein a day, that's a lot of, that'd be a lot of calories, right?
10 times 16? Is that like 1,700 calories right around, somewhere around there?
Yeah, something like that.
Which is something I think.
Because most people are 2,000 depending on what you're trying to lose. So, I mean, you would lose weight doing that, and you'd still have a little bit of carbs in your system, a tiny bit of fat, tons of protein, which is the key to weight loss nowadays.
What's your opinion on water intake? Everyone says it's half your body weight in ounces. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I can drink that much water in a day. I might die.
Look, 48 ounces is minimum you should be taking. The gym guys go for the gallons. I like to do gallons. When I cut weight for fights, it was 2 gallons, probably a month out, within a month, and then the final week down to week before was down to a gallon into almost nothing every day as we got closer and closer to the weigh-ins of that fight. And it's because it just clears out all the toxin out of your system. It keeps you feeling full. Your body's hydrated and ready to go, so it's going to perform at its optimum level. Our body just needs that. And it's extra oxygen in the body because once we start dissolving it, it breaks apart the oxygen molecule, the hydrogen and oxygen molecules separately, and now you have more oxygen in your body too. Now your body's even performing even higher volume because there's been tons of studies by increasing your oxygen intake of your body operating better. I mean, our ozone is getting technically worse and worse, where the oxygen levels in our atmosphere are dropping, that if we ever got to pure oxygen, we'd just die. So, to drink your water, yes, I like a gallon, at least half gallon.
Yeah, I got well, I don't even have it around me. I used to have it like right next to me. I got one of those big ass 1 gallon like bottles that like has like the times and like volume.
Oh
like,
yeah,
to it,
yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, it's like 7 a.m. Let's get started. 9 a.m. I know you haven't tried yet. You know, shit like that. 11 a.m. Keep going. 12 a.m. Actually start now. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Mine was like, why haven't you finished yet? Like,
yeah.
What's going on?
Well,
really
I didn't actually
aggressive.
say shit to me like that before, but that's neither here nor there. But I got to it and I was like, it's to me, it's especially like with during the week or like, and I'm at work, to follow that unreal expectations for myself just because and that's a lie. It's not an unreal expectation. It's not wise for me to follow that because I drive an hour home from work every day. And if I drink to that 4 p.m. start time, I'm not going to make it home. And in my mind, I don't want to suffer the last 15 minutes of getting home to take a leak, and I don't want to stop off to have to take a fucking leak.
I agree with you on that one.
So,
that is a big thing of why people don't tend to do that. My suggestion would be just maybe grab a smaller one, like a bigger but smaller one.
That's what I have a half gallon. Yeah, I have a half-gallon one that it comes. It's like it has this insulation thing on it. It has like a carrier. There's a compass. It looks like it's for somebody who's not built like me. Somebody who's about to go on an adventure. You know, like a live-action Dora. You know, not Travis. Yeah, like basically me carrying one. It's like it's just some fat guy with a purse at that point, just carrying it by the handbag. You know, whatever thing. But I got it because it insulates it. It insulates it, keeps it cold, which sitting at the my desk all day working, I like having cold water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like drinking cold water. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Follow-up question. Better to drink cold over warm over cold? What's the concept of that?
Honestly, it becomes a preference. In the morning, they say drink a large glass of just ice cold first thing. Make sure it's ice cold because then your body has to turn on and heat that water up before it starts actually filtering it. So that actually can kick your metabolism into gear a little faster. But in honesty, it's mostly warm, cold, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to mix powders and mix your products in, lukewarm is usually a higher energy output. So please make sure, room temperature lukewarm. I'm an ice cold water person. It's just something refreshing about it. Does it mix all my stuff? No, I definitely can feel some crystallizations at the bottom, but at least I know I'm happy that I'm drinking the water I want to drink.
So. I've heard, well, I didn't hear, I Googled because that's my life is like, like what's the better option? And it comes down to, I found two different trains of thought, and actually drinking the water is the same, I guess, as like the showering concept. It's like, if you drink cold water, or you take a cold shower, it's going to shock your body into alertness. It's going to heat up your core temperature to make you burn fat. And it's basically just to kind of get your body to say, hey, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
On the other end, when you drink warm water or you take a warm shower and everything, it kind of relaxes you. It kind of calms you down. But the warm water inside your body is already working towards the warmness or thermogenetics of your body already. So it will attribute to the fat burning, but it won't kick it into high gear like it is your body's trying to heat itself back up.
Yeah.
So question to that. Hot showers, cold showers, what's your thought process?
I can't do cold showers. I cannot do them.
But do you find a benefit to them?
There's a lot of research behind it, including you see the polar plunges onto it when it comes to body inflammation, healing because of what we talked about of just shocking the body with the cold. I like to be relaxed, and where injuries have been in my life, it's always been muscular at that point that I want to be relaxed. So hot tubs, hot showers, you'll see me do those way more than you'll ever see cold. I hate being cold. I'm in the wrong state. This is the wrong time of the year for me. I am miserable in the cold. When I used to deliver packages for Amazon, I swear you could tell a cold day, me being out there was so much less efficient because I just felt like I was moving in slow motion the whole time compared to on a nice day where I'm at your door back in the van before you even can blink. So most people used to love that. But yes, there's tons of studies behind it. If you have pain and you need to shock your system, it's cold water. Especially if you're trying to wake up. If you're trying just to relax, de-stress, hot water is huge for that. So.
Yeah, I when I was kind of doing the internet research, it's basically just watching TikToks and Instagram reels on people talking about it.
Get rid of TikTok, people. Get rid of TikTok.
Hell no.
No, it's got to go.
No. That's thanks to TikTok, I know Kelly Clarkson could twerk, so no, I refuse to. Leave me alone.
Send the link.
Yeah, that's that dude.
Send the link.
Yeah. Yeah, re-download it.
I'm sure you can find it on Shorts though, or Reels or whatever.
I do. I'm actually on Instagram a lot more than I am TikTok. TikTok is like it's one of those things where like I don't know if I'd ever remove it because doing podcasting, social media is important, and even though I do very little social media content, I should be doing a lot more, especially if this is the world that I've been a part of for so long. But like I'll do like a TikTok like once every 3 months, and it's just me just making fun of somebody in some way, shape, or form through JFW. So it's the last 3 of them.
It's hurt small businesses like mine more than it's helped. So it's
because of the online shop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're seeing more and more mom and pop shops, brick and mortar stores like myself are slowly starting to disappear because we just can't compare with those prices. I price match the internet. I'm able to pretty much, if you're going to go order from your favorite brand, you're able to get the same product from me the same price. TikTok makes that impossible. It's not even the brand that's doing it. It's just TikTok. They're the ones lowering the price. And it's not something we can compete with anymore. And it hurts. It hurts businesses. And, when you hear customers in your store buying stuff, it's like, I'll just get this from TikTok because I can get that for like dirt cheap. And it's like, whoa.
I've made 3 purchases through TikTok Shop. One of them was the Elijah hot sauce that me and Joe actually did a video on, and they're incredible. Okay. And 2 of them were from Smack'ems because the sunflower seeds are incredible, and I could buy an entire tub of them for at that time it was like $48. Now I think it's like 72 or whatever. So I haven't bought them, but they're like various flavors. Now the problem is that I only liked half of the flavors. Okay. But the tub with a variety, so
it's a benefit all around.
Yes, but my focus is like when I did that stuff, I was buying directly from the actual person, not somebody who gets a commission based off of it. Okay. When it comes to nutrition, honestly, vitamins I do get through Amazon, but when it comes to like proteins and supplement stuff, I go through you. I have no reason to go anywhere else because you take care of me. We have a business. Yeah. And you're gonna give me the right shit, like you said earlier. You're not like a mechanic where you go like, hey, thanks for bringing your fucking car in for the oil change. Oh, by the way, we noticed that this might be a little bit loose. I need to fix this and everything. For an extra $300, we could take care of your washer.
Yeah. One of the things is, like, let's say you brought up your protein, you're coming up for protein. The highest amount of sales you get in my store is, hey, did you need any like creatine, vitamins, or anything else to help booster you? And I'm always naming like natural products that isn't expensive, something on there, but they should be taking. You'll always hear me say something that they should be taking. If they're not already, they need to be. And that's the closer you're gonna get to selling from me on that level. You said Amazon. Now, someone that used to work for Amazon as a delivery person, and I will not buy supplements off Amazon. And my being is working in those warehouses and stuff. These are supposed to be properly secured in temperature areas. Those are not regulated. You could be getting spoiled product. We don't know how long it's actually been there. There's just a lot of worry I have when ordering a product off Amazon when it is fulfilled by Amazon. Now, if you're buying from that brand directly, most likely they're using their Amazon store, they're shipping it. So you just have to be very careful on who's sending you this product.
So this I buy directly from Nature Made through Amazon. Yeah.
Okay. And that's good.
Yeah. So whenever, because I don't know if these vitamins.
Bio.
What's up?
We carry that same one by NutriBio.
I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, NutriBio is the company?
NutriBio is a very reputable brand. I actually really like these guys. They third-party test and first-party test. They test in-house and send it out. The results don't match. They send the product back and ask for updated qualities. During the creatine shortage, when everyone was just making a crap ton of money and jacking up price, the creatine actually didn't pass. They sent their order back and held that back from sending anything out to us customers, making sure that it met their purity, because their representation and how they're perceived by everybody was far more important to them than just making a couple extra bucks during a shortage. So they became a house brand for us big time for a lot of products, and I've slowly been, over the last year and a half, replacing other items that just weren't moving, or just with brands I don't want to carry anymore, with NutriBio, just because of how trusted we are with them. So just a little caveat there.
Well, there's five vitamins I have been taking daily consistently.
Okay.
Three of them I recently added, just based on, again, the magical world of Googling.
Google, yeah. I mean, one of the most.
So I take fish oil, D3, magnesium, B complex with vitamin C and iron. I've been taking every day probably for the last 3 to 4 months.
Question: you said take B3 and B complex?
No, B complex with vitamin C. D3 is what D3.
D3. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure, because I was like, D3 is fantastic. Make sure if you're taking D3, you drink K2. It has been shown to absorb the vitamin more into your body.
Drink K2?
No, there's a D3 K2 vitamin.
Oh, no, I got D3. It's a 1,000 IU, whatever the hell that is. Supports immune system, supports bone, teeth, and most, I don't know.
A little low on the dosage, but at least you're still getting it in there. The D3 K2 that we carry in our stores, it starts at 5,000 IUs. You should be getting about 10,000 IUs a day.
I take 2 of these a day. They're saying I only take 1, but I take 2. Because there's 300 gels in this thing, so
okay.
I could probably up that. But everything else, like magnesium, I know is the hardest thing, because there's like 5 different types of magnesiums.
Just don't take citrate.
That's the one I take. That's the one it said I should take.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Spell citrate.
CIT.
Boom, that's what it is.
Do you go to the bathroom a lot?
That's the whole reason I got it. That's the goal.
Oh, you wanted it for that?
Yeah, I want.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay.
Okay.
I take this. Hell, it's two. Again, it could be a low dose. I don't know dosage. I just go based on it. It's 250 milligrams, so I don't think it's a high dose. I don't fucking know. But I do take 2 of them, so I take about 500 milligrams a day.
Okay.
One of the problems I think I have, because I don't really know, is I think that I need to kind of clear my
system.
I need to do some some cleaning, if you will, just get it out. Yeah. So when I was looking at magnesium, I was looking at like everything, and I know there was like one that like it's pure calmness and relaxation. It's like I don't need that. Yeah, magnesium. I need a vitamin that's going to shove a fist down my throat and through my colon and just kind of get everything out.
I mean, maybe we'll talk a little bit more off of what I can get you for that, because I definitely have detoxing abilities that'll clear out your.
Listen, bud, never say the phrase "get you" and "off" in the same fucking. Verbalize better.
I'm pretty sure there were some other words in there, but that's those.
Not what I heard.
For you.
Not what I heard.
Registered for you is "get you off camera." Gotcha.
Single for a long time. I don't go on family vacations and come back.
I only heard cool things.
Yeah,
but
I heard what I'm into.
There are some detoxing abilities, digestive enzymes that you could be taking to help you benefit with that. And digestive enzymes, what that does is it actually breaks tougher proteins down, carbohydrates down, and fats down, helps you properly dissolve them without having to be stored. Just makes digestion easier. The reason why I was like freaking out with the magnesium citrate is because that is technically a laxative, like purely.
I'm gonna say right now, if
the fact you're taking capsules is probably why you're not over experiencing this, because most people will go find I gotta take magnesium, it'll relax me, and they go take citrate and they get the bottle, the liquid, and that is almost like instantaneous.
Oh, yeah, no.
You're going to be in the bathroom. So that's why my face was like, wait, what?
No, it's 100% magnesium citrate, and
Okay.
I take roughly about 2 a day, sometimes 1 a day, but mostly 2 a day, and there's a good chance that maybe I need to take more because my idea of regular is maybe once a day. Yeah. So so those
Your
are the ones
metabolism's really going when you're constantly in there. That's how you really know your metabolism is working. Is you could eat, gotta go to the bathroom.
Dude, there was a day where I'm like, there was one day where I almost was like, F it all. I'm gonna go buy that stuff today. Whatever they tell you to take before you go into like a colonoscopy. I was just gonna take it just to take it.
Chug it.
Like what, milk and magnesium, whatever the hell that stuff is called. Like
it's got magnesium.
I was like, you know what? Let's just see what's really in me. Like let's relive my childhood for a brief
moment. You would have to document this. I would need full documentation of your face the entire time.
I will. As I said, because I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to tell you something about what I don't quite understand. We're going to talk about that because we'll have to end up wrapping this up soon and everything. The 3 other things I incorporated because again, Google is lysine, ginger root, and probiotic.
Yeah.
And the only reason I incorporated those because there was an Instagram video that says you can take lysine and that'll help you burn fat while you sleep. If it's true or not, I don't know. Whatever. I'm buying into it just to see what the hell happens. Ginger root, I don't know about, and then probiotic is a 900 billion probiotic. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of probiotics. There's so many different healthy bacteria you want in your gut. So I'm glad you're taking the probiotic on there. Yeah.
If you carry these, I will come to you. I do. Carry all this. Every single one of these I mentioned, you have them?
Yes, I can get you the last 2, but I don't have the lysine officially right now, but yes, I can have that. It's
see, you're lying to me. You're already lying to me on my show. Yes, I have it. I can get it for you. I got it. I'll get it for you. No, yeah, I got it. I'll get it for you. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Well, we already have the accounts. I literally takes 2 days. I order it. Takes 2 days. You're set.
Well, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Because here's the thing. Vitamins. And I know people are like
probiotic right there on your website.
Yeah, the probiotic I have actually in store right now. I can go grab that.
My mom was she told me yesterday. Was it yesterday, 2 days ago? Because I was talking. She asked me what I was doing. I was like, just taking my vitamins and blah blah. And she said vitamins because in her mind she thinks I should just take a multivitamin. It's like I don't hear. I hear people say like, oh yeah, just take a multivitamin, it's fine. But then I hear other people say it's like they don't have everything you need. And I know like a doctor from years ago told me, and you can never overdose on vitamins. Your body's going to use what it needs, and it's going to eject the rest of it, which is wild when I go and take a leak, and my piss smelled like vitamins the other day.
It's like Gatorade.
Oh, dude, that fucking B complex. I think I may take way too much of it because, I peed lemon lime the other day, and it smelled like the fucking the vitamin. It was because it's one of those chalkier vitamins. It's not I'm just like I'm taking a leak. I'm like, why does it smell like B complex right now? But 100%. So, Anyways,
I agree. You should be taking a multivitamin. When you talk about though, like them sometimes not working, because everybody wants that Centrum 1 a day, or they go for the vitamin gummies. And you're not going to get the full dose. If you have vitamins that say 100%, most of the time you're not getting 100% because your body's going to dissolve it. Now, when you're going down this list, you see this is at 5,000%, this is at 3,000%, this is at this. You need that vitamin because that is how much it takes to actually get the proper 100% dose on a daily basis. So stop going to Walmart, stop going to a local grocery store. Unless you're going to go over and find an actual nutrition brand, grab one of the sports-based vitamins, it's going to get you everything you need. I have one by NutriBio. Once again, Veggie Caps. I have one by Rule 1 that is the tablets. They are almost exactly the same. They cost exactly the same, just 2 different brands, very hot sellers. Also, we have a powder that you can buy that is medical-grade vitamins. You're not going to find that in any other stores other than ours.
What do you mean medical grade vitamins?
So we get vitamins, and then there's vitamins that can get prescribed by doctors and stuff that are technically higher quality. So when we get to that medical grade level, they're a lot more potent and better for your system.
Just out of curiosity, on the medical grade, with those ones, so you know every multivitamin you buy at, say, Walgreens or whatever, that has a little asterisk next to everything that says, like, these claims are not evaluated by the FDA. Are medical grade ones evaluated by the FDA?
Those are more FDA regulated, yes.
Gotcha.
That's a really good question. There's only one company in the supplement industry that has FDA regulations that are proper, and that is First Form.
Gotcha.
I'm still trying to figure out how they got that. There's
Right.
no other company that is FDA regulated. And this is probably why First Form is so popular. They literally have a cult following. You could carry their products in their store. They don't care. They're still ordering online. I was like, it's the craziest thing.
Fascinating.
But yeah, it's they don't care. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. They don't care. They will order through their people. So that's awesome, though, that they have such dedication. But yeah, none of this, any vitamins, anything you guys are finding, you're right. They're not FDA regulated. There are reports out there. There are research, but it's just not FDA approved research. And I don't know how many people actually care anymore what the FDA says.
Not many. But.
Yeah, we'll see the direction things go with, RFK Jr. apparently taking that over, wanting to change a lot of things up. So I heard peptides are going to become legal under him, which I'm totally for. Human growth hormone might become legal. Let's go. I mean, we're only like one step away from having performance enhancers as legal. So whatever, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get out there.
Gotcha. Keep in mind, we have collectively done 2.5 hours of podcasting together through this show, and never once did you ever say I had a good question. But whatever.
Did I just say that's a good question? I don't know. Maybe Joe just asked a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. It's fine. It is fine. Anyways, okay, so a quick update about me from the last time we did June. I went to the doctor, did my follow-up. He finally gave me my testosterone medication. Now, I don't know if it's a placebo effect or if it's actually working, but being waking up in the morning, I'm more awake. I'm like more alert, which I think is awesome. Yeah. It's weird because in my mind, I thought it was going to be some kind of injection, some kind of pill. It ended up being I don't want to call it a cream.
Okay.
Because it's alcohol based. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I'm rubbing fucking hand sanitizer into my body.
Please wash your hands after you put that on.
Why?
That is transferable. That is transferable.
I don't touch people. What do I care?
There's a whole episode of House.
If you go shake somebody's hand after you put testosterone,
I don't shake people's hand. I don't touch people.
Babies with kids.
How often do I shake your hand?
That's a good freaking question, actually.
I don't touch people. I have no reason to. What's wrong with you?
This is the point because I have kids. I would have to be careful where I put that on. So if you are around children and stuff, you don't want to raise your child's testosterone.
I'm not around kids. I'm single. Why do you keep fucking rubbing that in? I have nobody. Why do you keep mentioning this?
Don't touch your dog.
I don't do that either. Yeah,
poor dog.
Continue on though.
That's a good point. I never really thought about washing my hands because in my mind, with it being an alcohol-based rubbing, I just feel I just rub my hands and that's it. It's just it gets absorbed in my skin and then it's done.
If you're on taking testosterone gel, yes, you want to wash your hands after every use. My point.
But yeah, so I do that. And by the way, to the fucking prescription jug fucking business out there, fuck yourselves for the fact that in order for me to use if I have to buy it outright, because if I use my insurance, it adds $20 fucking.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I went to go pick it up from the pharmacy, and I said, oh yeah, I'm here to pick this up. I'm like, okay, it's $60, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh wait, I have my pharmacy card, I have my prescription medical card, and then they ran and say, okay, well that's gonna be $82. I'm like, wait, hold on a second, what? And they're like, oh yeah, if you just buy it outright, it's $64, but if you use your medical card, it's $86, I think. That's $22. I'm like, Can I just buy it outright? Yeah. I don't understand it. They just said because fees and shit are added on. I'm like, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. She's like, yeah. So
stupid. Be patient. Good RX is awesome. Any of those things are great. Get to know your pharmacist. Become cool with them. I know my kid's on some special stuff that he has to get regularly, and they legitimately go out of their way to make sure my kids get their stuff. So be friendly to your pharmacists, everybody. They are really nice. They will help you out tremendously.
Yeah, I go to Main Street Pharmacy in Manteno just because it's not a CVS, it's not a Walgreens.
Okay, yeah.
They're a little more personable, and I think honestly that if I went to anywhere else, they probably would have gouged me for the $80 one.
Yeah, no, you would have been stuck in $80 at that point. Probably.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a placebo effect or if it's actually working, but again, and with even going to chiropractor, because back in October I started going to the chiropractor twice a week, and then I broke it down to once a week in November. I'm going to go to I got an appointment this late morning, early afternoon. Mobility wise, I feel better than I have in a very long time. Again, I don't know if it's straight up just a chiropractor. This dude's awesome. If you ever get a chance, if you want a chiropractor, go to Dr. Eggert. He's right there in Frankfurt. He's a cool dude. I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming he's like 12. But he's a cool fucking dude. He's awesome to talk with. And he does this weird thing with the back of my head where it's like, I don't know, it's like he's trying to put like a passcode into my fucking brain where it's like, blah, blah, to find out what's hurting. And whether it be, nervous system, skeletal, whatever, dude's fantastic. So if you ever, I think I said this to Joe last time we talked about him, but it might be a little bit easier for you, Matt, because you're right there, near Shorewood. Drive to Frankfurt wouldn't be that far off for you. If you want to go to a great chiropractor, go to Dr. Eggert. Fantastic dude. Easy to talk to, easy to work with, great guy. I flipped myself off his table the other day. It was the coolest, fucking funniest thing in the world. He complimented me. He's like, wow, because I was fucking around, and I found out. Get it? You get it? Because your tag team failed. Matt was in a tag team called FAFO. It lasted 2 months. So
that's too much. It's supposed to be a year.
Yeah, they found out pretty much.
Found out real fast how bad it was.
But he told me, to turn over to lay on my back, and I was like, I was a little bit stiff because the problem with me is like I can lay down for long periods of time, get up, and I have no problem whatsoever. If I'm laying there for like 10 minutes, it's a struggle. Like a couple minutes, it's just rough. It's that brief moment. So I was trying to lay down, I couldn't do it. So I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna lay on my side. Do what you can from this point. And I tried to get myself over, and I fucking just topple over off the thing. But I was able to Spider-Man myself and catch myself. He's like, hey man, that's impressive. That's good for you. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I know that's fucking impressive. Yeah, I didn't know I had it in me either. But that's the thing, because I didn't realize it at that moment. But after I left, I realized like if I would have tried doing that 3-4 months ago, I would have fucked my world up. So something's working. And I think it has a lot to do with Dr. Eggert. And I think it has to do maybe with testosterone. Again, I don't know if this is placebo effect. It's just all mental. What's working, what's not. But go ahead.
Your testosterone, it's not a placebo effect. As somebody that tested low pretty early in my 30s, which was kind of sucks. I felt sluggish every day. I was able to get up and do stuff. I felt sluggish. The second I was on TRT levels and taking tests, I wound up feeling like my old self again. Like I had energy and it just wasn't able to go away. I felt like I was 15 again. This stuff really works. It's just you have to make sure you're not somebody just going to buy stuff from your local gym, bro. You got to be able to keep up on your blood. It's great if you go to these clinics to be able to get the stuff done. I've been told that you can go to the clinics and get tested, your testosterone levels for like $70 instead of having to go through your insurance and going through the doctor. I highly recommend any men that are feeling tired, slow, having trouble losing weight, no matter what they're doing, to get their testosterone checked. That's the first factor in our weight gain. And then, of course, stress levels and eating habits come into play in this as well, and then your activity level. So you got to factor in all these things before you just start thinking it's just one thing in there. It's everything combined.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, the activity level's been low. That's been no secret. I'm not hiding that or lying about that in any way. But a large chunk of that is two big problems. Is I had very little mobility because of my back, and now that that's getting better, the only thing I'm having issues with is my breathing. I get really winded and shortness of breath really fast. When I went to the doctor and did my follow-up to my May, they checked my lungs. He said he didn't hear any problems in my lungs. He's not quite sure what it is. I just know it's just years of smoking, bronchitis. I don't know, but I believe there's a possibility I had COVID in 2021.
Okay.
There's just so many factors that play a part in my respiratory problems that I think it just is what it is. Now, is that ever going to get better? Who knows? I know that the body heals itself. I know the lungs are capable of healing itself. It just takes time.
It's time.
So, I got two more questions, and then we're gonna call this a day. One's gonna be for me, and then the rest of it's all about you. When it comes to being a near, I'm gonna round up, a near 475-pound dude who has breathing problems, who wants to get back to the gym, what can I do?
Start slow. You just gotta get that activity.
Give me some work. Give me some work. Don't tell me to start. Listen. I know starting slow. No, I don't want. No. Let's get to. Give me the workouts I should be doing, man. Like you
want me to talk to you, but I'm also gonna make sure other people understand there might be someone else in the same situation. I gotta talk.
We're not here to talk about everyone else. We're here to talk about me.
I gotta refer to both of you. So it starts slow, man. Walk on a treadmill if you can't get out. Go somewhere, get a gym membership at like Planet Fitness for like $10 frickin'.
FitBodyU. I'm actually a member of FitBodyU.
Okay, so let's get on the treadmill, incline, 2.5, 3 miles per hour, just slight incline, 30 minutes. That's a hell of a start. Then we get into resistance training, going super light. You don't have to do a lot of reps. You need to do a lot of reps. You need to do less.
Define resistance training.
Resistance bands, any weights, machines. That's honestly for someone yourself who's a beginner should really be kind of at. It's just the machines. They do all the work for you. You just set the weight. But set weight that you can do 4 sets of 20 plus reps and be able to increase the weight slowly over time. But that's going to get your body tone. It's going to create more body fat burning. You're going to be more active. And then you got to make sure the food's right as well. You got to start meal prepping your day if you can. That's why a lot of people have a meal prep day when they're trying to be on diets because of the situation you're talking. I forgot to cook dinner last night. Oh, I forgot to go grocery shopping. I do the same thing. There's just a difference in kind of, I think, the mindset of where I go look for food if I forget to make my lunch where you're going to get your food. So making that choice is a huge matter as well, that if you're going to go out and eat, where are you eating? I eat a crap ton of Chipotle. Reason being, it's rice, it's meat. It's there. Go ahead.
I love Chipotle, brother.
It's great. But everyone puts too much freaking guac, sour cream, and cheese on it.
I know. So when I do my Chipotle, I get the brown rice because I hear brown rice is better than white rice.
It's not.
Okay. So it's not, or it's the same thing.
It is not. It does have a slightly higher amount of protein. It does no difference than the glycemic index of white rice, and white rice is a fast digestive. I would rather have white rice in my food than brown rice.
Okay, so I do brown rice, but I'll do white rice going forward. I get black beans, which I think black beans and pinto beans are the same thing.
They say black is technically better, less fat, if I remember correctly on that one. I just don't like it changing my food.
Bye, Joe. He'll come back. I think his Wi-Fi goes in and out. It's fine. So I do brown rice, black beans. I do the fajita veggies because I love onions and peppers.
Okay.
I usually go barbacoa, but if I want to kind of like save a couple bucks, I'll get like the chicken. But I love barbacoa.
I hate their chicken there.
I'm not a big fan of their chicken, but it's the cheapest route over carnitas, which I'm not a big fan of pork, unless they're tamales, like pork tamales. But like pork burritos and stuff like that, I prefer barbacoa. The steak just sits there too much for me because I don't go like right at lunch and stuff. It dries out. For me, it dries out way too quick.
Yeah, I get fresh steak all the daytime up there.
Yeah, so I always go barbacoa because it sits in the fucking juices. That's my favorite thing. So I do the barbacoa. The steak,
have them pour the barbacoa juice on top of the steak.
I wanted to try that brisket, but I can't justify $15.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, okay.
Horrible. Worst thing I ever did.
So I'll do the barbacoa, and then I get the hot salsa and the pico, or they call it mild, but it's fucking pico.
The tomato, the pico de gallo.
Yeah, I get them both because I love cilantro, and there's a lot of cilantro in that pico. So cilantro's dude my favorite. I love Mexican food, so like if I can always get tacos, burritos, nachos, that's my
Mexican girl.
Dude, I have a thing for Latinas.
I married the latest one possible, but I always had a thing for Latin women.
Dude, as of right now, as a side note, right now, my reels in Instagram is nothing but Colombians and elf on the shelf ideas. Because I talked to a friend of mine, Diana, which shout out to Diana, I hope everything's well with you. But like every once in a while, like I'll like come across like some kind of flirty Latina thing, and I'll send that to her. Just because we just have that kind of relationship. We used to be coworkers, and she moved to Houston, but we still stay in touch. So every time I come across like some Latina like flirty thing, I send it to her. And also my sister does Elf on the Shelf for her kids. I was like, that's pretty. So it's goofy when I thumb through Instagram and all of a sudden you see some Colombian girl call me Papacita, and then you scroll one more and it's just an Elf on the Shelf shitting in a cup. Like that's where my Instagram lives right now. So welcome back, Joe, by the way. You came in at the perfect time. So back to Chipotle. So I do the rice, beans, the barbacoa, or the chicken. I'll do the hot and mild salsa, and then I 100% I do the cheese and sour cream and stuff like that, just because I fucking love it. And I attribute a lot of that to keto, though. When I was on keto, I had a lot of cheese, a lot of sour cream and stuff. So
yeah, but the fact that you got the rice in there, you're not keto.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the reason I love getting cheese and sour cream in it is because of keto. And I'm not saying I want it to be keto. Is I've had so much cheese and so much sour cream during my keto phase, I put it on fucking everything. Like that's what. Yeah,
it's kind of like a second nature at this point for you.
Yeah, it's just a fourth and a half because like when I used to get Chipotle during keto, I would get the salad, per se, but I get everything. I just wouldn't get beans and rice and everything. But again, like it's just everything I do, I love having cheese on it because when it came to keto, that was cheddar cheese mostly. That was something that I could have. That was a I guess in a sense, like a way to kind of alter the taste of the food and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do. I love, but I need to get away from it. That's my problem. It's just an easy fix. I have the stuff at home. Like I have chicken. I just bought 30 pounds of fucking chicken and stuff. So I can make that. I got cauliflower rice, which I make elotes out of cauliflower rice. Instead of using corn, I'll just use, I use cauliflower rice, mayo, I forgot what the seasoning is. What's that seasoning? That lime seasoning, whatever the hell it's called. What?
Oh, tahini?
Tahini, yeah. Yeah. So I Americanize. I fuck it up. I'm sure again, shout out to Diana if you're hearing this. I apologize. But I Americanized the hell out of some elotes with cauliflower rice, mayo, tahini, and Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
It's just for me. It's like if I could take an entire bag of cauliflower rice and make an entire bowl of that, and I could eat that as a meal and be good.
Wow. Okay.
My problem is overall is I have things to make food. I just don't have the spices and like elotes. I have cauliflower rice. I got mayo. I got tahini. I don't have Parmesan cheese. So that's why. So the moment like, oh crap, I don't have Parmesan cheese. My logic is, well, I guess I'll just have to order lunch tomorrow instead of go to the fucking store and buy it. That's my problem. Yeah, because when I drive home for the day, I don't want to have to make a second stop.
Yeah.
That's why when that's why like when I'm
drink your gallon of water, stop at the grocery store to pee, and then pick up the Parmesan.
We got it. We figured it out. There you go. Now you have to stop at the grocery store to pee.
So now I have to drive past my house to the grocery store to take a leak.
Oh, okay. So we got to rethink this again.
Find a different grocery store on the way home.
We're on the road. We're right there.
Here's the thing. There's 2 grocery stores between my work and my house. That's right by that's that Waltz or Mariano's, whatever. That's not right down the road from you guys, not that far away. Or Target, I guess, is right next to you guys.
Yeah. I've got everything over by us.
What's up?
We have everything by us. We have multiple Jewels.
That's what happens when you live in a fucking city, okay? I live in a small town.
I live on the outskirts. What are you talking about?
Listen, to me, Shorewood's a city. Okay, I'm sorry. You got traffic signals. I have a traffic signal. That's the difference. I have a traffic light. You have lights.
59, bro. I don't know.
When it snows, you have plows that come out. I get the 3 men with shovels.
You still snowed in over there from the other day?
It's brutal. No, but no, and that's what it is. Like I need to focus on the non-lazy part of my life. Like I need to just kind of like stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now about you. Let's wrap this up with you. So,
okay.
This show is being released on December 22nd. So tomorrow, pretty much from our recording. So, what is going on in Apex? Is there any kind of specials, any deals going on right now that we can let everyone know between now and the end of the year as they watch this and everything? What's going on with Apex Nutrition from now until the end of the year? Let's start there.
Yes. So now until the end of the year, we're still doing buy 2 products, get 1 free that technically would end on Christmas Eve. We're thinking about kind of just expanding that all the way until the first of the year to give you everyone that wants to grab what they want ahead of time before the January rush and the new year, new me crowd comes in, so they can kind of get like a head start on there. So if you buy any 2 different products, you get a third one free. It comes to like almost 40% off your total order if you look at it. But a lot of people are using that to where, I get 2 things I want, and they usually grab that third item as something they've always wanted to try because they're not paying anything extra for it. So that's always a good deal to have. We are going to be open regular hours on Monday. Tuesday, Christmas Eve, we will be only open till 2 p.m., closed Christmas Day. New Year's Eve, we're going to be same thing, 10 to 2, closed New Year's Day. We just see a lot of people just want to go out and party that night, which is totally cool. That's your night to celebrate. Feel free, enjoy yourselves, and then make sure you don't go too crazy because then you want to start up your next January new me body type that everyone wants to go through. You only have 6 months till bikini season starts up again for the ladies, swimsuits, all that fun stuff. Guys want the beach bods, want 6-pack abs for summer. We have the stuff to help guide you in that direction, not just pre-workouts, but we do have those items if you need that little extra boost. I don't even sell pre-workouts to my customers unless they're asking for them specifically. So I'll take them to everywhere else in my store other than that section, just because that is a very niche thing. Make sure you guys are going to follow us, though, Apex Nutrition LLC on Instagram or nutrition.apex on Facebook. We are going to currently set up a weight loss challenge with the gym owner next door, Vince Robbins, to where we're going to connect it together and figure out how we want to give out like a cash prize, like a bundle prize, and it'll have like check-ins and stuff. So that'll be in January. So follow us, stay tuned on that one because we are ironing out those details right now.
Nope.
Joe, you got anything you want to ask Matt that you didn't get a chance to during this? Because I kind of took it up, but.
So I live a lot further away than Travis. Is this, if I go to your website and order stuff, you ship it, or
Yes.
do I got to come in?
I ship it. If there's something you're not seeing on there, just call the store because there might be some stuff that we haven't just put on the website yet, or
Gotcha.
we're not allowed to put on the website. We do orders over the phone if that's the case for you. But yes, we do ship products. I think 95% of our catalog is currently up on the website.
Gotcha.
I do all that all myself. So it's just an order portal with descriptions, what it is, and it'll tell you if it's sold out or not. If you have questions on it, feel free to call. I know a couple of the products, it's weird. We'll have like 10 of them in stock, and it comes out as out of stock.
Right, of course.
And we're like, I don't know what's going on. We've had them reprogram it a few times for the guys who made them software. I just at this point, just give me a call. If it says out of stock, verify. Give me a call, verify. I'll make sure it's sent to you.
Perfect. Yeah, because I know not everybody is hyper local.
No,
who listens to our podcast.
We get people all across the times. A lot of college
Across
kids
the
like
times?
Yeah, across times. I don't know.
Time, space, kind of same thing.
I got you.
Yeah, come on. We gotta go further beyond just the United States.
Today? You mean today?
So.
Time,
yes. Time and space.
We ship up to 36 hours from now.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably one of my best miscues there, and you turned it into something very funny. So I'm proud of you.
I'm good at what I do.
I know. But yeah, we ship cross country, United States. We don't ship out just because international just becomes a little bit crazy when it comes to pricing, obviously. We understand. We get the college kids. All I have is GNC over by me. Call me. Go on our website. We'll ship directly to your dorm. You don't have to worry about it if you don't want to go there and spend the extra. The cost that it probably would put in for you to buy from me and have it shipped to you is still probably cheaper than going to your local GNC.
I believe that.
Pretty confident in that, actually. So.
That's
Okay.
sweet.
So one more question, and then we're gonna remodify this show a little bit. We'll let you go here in a minute, and then we're gonna wrap up ourselves. But when it comes to 2025, what is the New Year's resolution for Matt Stoffle? What's the New Year's resolution for Apex? Because we know you have a pretty important match tonight against JPH, where loser leaves SCW. So,
yes.
I mean, obviously it's hard to determine what's happening Apex-wise at SCW after tonight, because who knows where you will stand. But what is the New Year's resolution for 2025 when it comes to Matt Stoffle, and what would be the 2025 resolution for Apex?
So Matt Stoffle is ready to create Apex Nutrition as a franchise. My New Year's resolution is to set this franchise up so anyone that's out there that wants to own a business, that wants that special backing, that assistance in doing so, could have a piece of Apex Nutrition. There's always guys like myself across this country who I'm tired of GNC. I don't want a GNC. I want to bring something else to my neighborhood that has better pricing. We're going to do that with Apex Nutrition. So that'll be one of my biggest resolutions and goals this year, is to fully set that up, making it to where I can step back a little bit more in a business as well and have franchisee owners doing the groundwork instead of myself while I make the big picture ideas. So that is in the works, and it will be finished hopefully and set up. So that's my resolution, is to get that done. As Apex itself, well, I need to win tonight, obviously, to have a big opportunity next year. My resolution, honestly, I think it's time to get some gold around my waist, whether it be the Genesis title, which unfortunately I was robbed of last month, or whether it be with our dumbass champion, James Creed, right now, who likes to run his mouth all over the internet and can't seem to get my name out of his. Then maybe that happens. Maybe I just finally dethrone him. But my resolution is to get some gold around my waist this year, and finally take my claim as the top of the food chain.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to talk to Flat Top about that. I mean, he seems to be kind of the guy who determines opportunities, being president. I would give you an opportunity for high voltage title, but you kind of jumped me and moved forward without the opportunity. So
I mean, it just stinks. I got one opportunity in over a year on your brand, and at the time,
blame Terry. Blame Terry. Blame Flat Top. Blame everyone else who says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I need to use Apex on the main roster. You can't have them. Can't have them." I didn't realize that I had to ask permission to use my own fucking guys on my own show, but that's what it is. So you can sit there and blame me all you want, but you blame the former president and the current president. Says, "Hey, listen, I got to use Apex tonight. I need Apex tonight. Can't have them tonight. Give it." So that's, hey, listen, I would finally give you a shot. I would give you a shot against Freiberg, against Turtle. Oh, I give you a title shot against Johnny right now if you had the free time. But
yeah,
they don't want you wrestling twice, so I don't know what it is. Man.
I'm too busy nowadays.
Well, I mean, it's just because you're fragile now. I remember when Matt originally, when Apex originally showed up in SCW, he had no problem wrestling 2 matches. Hell, you wrestled a tournament for the Brewmaster title, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But now, Apex can't go twice in one night.
Well, I've always told them that Apex can. So if that's what they want to do, they got to be able to do it.
Dude,
I'm always ready to fight.
That's what I thought. But now it looks like this new up and comer Dallas Calloway. I mean, he looks like he's the next thing for SCW. He's wrestling twice. Johnny Chaos is wrestling twice. So I mean, but we get it. I mean, they're younger, they're faster. I get it. They're a little more athletic. I understand that, man.
I give them their credibility, but Johnny hasn't beaten me yet. Haven't wrestled Dallas yet.
He's held gold though.
Yeah. I'm really proud of him.
Apex hasn't done that yet. Johnny does. Johnny has though.
Yeah, it's weird how that turns out.
God. Wrestling,
I have constant people interfering in my matches, costing me my titles, and You know, but how many times, Johnny, have at that? Because I think in the last 4 months, I'll give some credit. I've had in the last 4 months or 5 months, I've had 4 opportunities at a title. So it looks like things are getting brighter for Apex, and we will definitely be giving the fans what they want this coming year for sure. So
and that's and obviously outside of SCW, you do show up from time to time at other places too. So
yeah,
we'll see what 25 shows for Apex, but also maybe Stoffle's Waffles should become a thing one day, dude. Here's the thing: even if you don't open up your own restaurant chain called Stoffle's Waffles, which you fucking should, make a protein-based waffle and sell it as a snack.
I actually love that idea. I will have to give you some residuals for that idea this time, because that is actually really smart.
I mean, because there's like protein bars. And I think I've seen like someplace where there's actually like a protein waffle that you buy off the shelf. Sure. Yeah, Stoffle's waffle. Come on. Yeah.
Gotta make it better than theirs, and we're good.
I know. I'm making. I got so many fun ideas. Just last night, as a side note, completely unrelated to anything whatsoever, I was on to my sister about her shitbag ex-husband, and
was he back to an ex-husband again?
Yeah, 'tis the season. And like obviously, they're always going back and forth with all their stuff and how they're living everything, and my hopes one day is they kind of get like past this and they can move forward from all this stuff. And she was just talking about how it's like I just want him to be a better person, not for me, but for the kids. And I 100% agree. I think he has the capability of being a better person. He's not now.
Yep.
Like he is
by being in the ground.
But he can be.
That's the best person he could be is 6 feet under.
Yeah. Looking up.
I don't like the guy.
He's not a great person. He has not done anything to show that.
The very first conversation about him that I ever had was about how he let somebody drown. So he's like an alleged murderer.
Yeah, he set somebody. he set himself on fire and he killed a guy. It's a wild fun concept, but
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that one, my sister, like, she's just talking about, like, he still wants to try to get back together with her constantly, over and over and over. And I said to her, like, listen, if you let him in, you let him win. And I realized you could Google that. That's nowhere. That doesn't fucking exist.
Now.
I know. I'm saying it right here. TM. Like, I'm like, listen, if I could find a way to put that on a T-shirt, sell it, and give the proceeds to, like, domestic violence survivors and shit like that, I 100% would. I don't know how to do shit like that. But that's a great fucking quote. I think it could actually speak to a lot of people. A simple fucking phrase that if I could put that on a shirt and sell it and find a way to make the proceeds for those sales go to domestic violence, I would do that in a heartbeat. I just don't know how to fucking do shit like that. But it's 100% true, and it works for everything. If you let them in, you let them win. Same thing when it comes to fucking demons and everything evil in your life. Just do better. And that's my focus in 2025 is to just be better. To stop allowing myself to get in my own way. I'm hoping, Matt, if you want, 6 months from now, June, I'll just have you on every 6 months. We'll just recap, see where I'm at.
If you 6 months sooner, whatever you want, man.
6 months is fine.
That's fine. Yeah. You can only handle so much of me. I get it.
Check in every 6 months.
Tell you what, if I have big successes, I'll give you a call and let you on the show. If I say, hey, man, you free for a show this weekend? I got a big success coming up your way.
Okay.
But, I mean, obviously we're going to see each other on a monthly basis. How... hopefully there's going to be progress. I want to be better. I want to kind of start it now. I don't want to wait to the new year. I want to start now. That's why it's more focusing on, protein shakes in the morning. I had my breakfast. I'm going to go and I'm going to, go do my chiropractor office, go to my chiropractor appointment, come back. I'll find something to eat. Maybe if I have maybe a hard-boiled egg or something like that. Get my water together, go to the show. I'll just drink water at the show. I'm trying to refrain from buying food at the shows. Because I love nachos, but it's like I'll stay away from it. Focus on just drinking water instead of that. Dude, I know, but fucking do nachos. I tell you, Mexican food. Shout out Diana. I love everything Hispanic. All of it. Yeah, margaritas, fucking tacos, Diana. I love it all. I don't know what to fucking say about it. So, me and Joe are gonna wrap up the show. If you want to stick around, you can. If you got to go, I understand. But we're just kind of gonna do our New Year's resolutions. So it's totally up to you if you want to stay.
I'll let you guys finish on up. I'm gonna go prepare for the day, and I will see you at the show tonight.
All right, man.
Everyone is free. SCW's down in Shabans. We got Christmas Bash. So let's get some people on down there, okay?
Yeah. For those of you listening, that was yesterday because again the show's coming out on Sunday. Hey, good plug. Good fucking plug, bro.
I mean, hey, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Be on the results for the YouTube channel.
We will link Apex Nutrition onto the show notes here at Facebook, so you guys can find them. Make sure you check them out because they do have a sale going on from now until Christmas Eve. So get your sales, get your shit, buy your stuff, buy local, small businesses. We just talked about it. So business. Yeah, and then once it becomes a franchise, then buy franchise. Buy big.
Franchise.
Buy from your local franchise.
I don't know how shit works, bro. I've been fucking listening. I did something. Go check out Apex Nutrition. Shorewood Fitness is right next door if you're looking for a gym. I do believe they have annual, monthly memberships and everything like that.
Yes.
So if you're in the Shorewood area or within drivability, go check it out. Matt's an awesome dude. He'll sit down, he'll talk, he won't bullshit you. It's awesome. He's not trying to upsell you. And the thing is, he's the owner and he's fucking working it. So yeah, so keep that shit in mind. So again, Matt, thanks for coming in. Thanks for talking with us. And
good to meet you finally.
Yes, thank you guys. I appreciate you having me. Anytime you guys want me on the show, always available.
Perfect. Maybe we'll find some other stuff I don't know, we'll find out what your hobbies, what your interests are, whatever you want to talk about, non-health shit,
We can definitely do that.
Oh yeah. You like movies?
I love movies.
There we go. We'll talk about movies one day.
Movies, video games. People can usually get annoyed with me with how much knowledge I like to go in depth on. So definitely, if you want to nerd out for a show, I'm your guy.
Oh yeah, we'll keep that. We'll keep that in mind. May 2025, you'll be around quite often. Then we'll talk about movies, video games. How about you're a jackass, all that shit. So,
guys, thanks again for having me. Enjoy the rest of the show. Have a great one.
Thank you. You too.
Oh man, all right, Joe. We're gonna do 2 shows tonight, so we're just gonna stick to this one because it went a lot longer than I expected. But you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's perfect. Worked out well.
I'm good. To wrap up the show, tell me your 2025 New Year's resolution. What are you looking for? I guess Joe-wise, but also cartoon Joe-wise.
Yeah. Joe-wise, I think I'm looking for I got this conversation has inspired me. My doctor really wants me to get down to 220. So I think this is the year I'm going to finally do that. Maybe even get down to, I'd really like personally to get down to 200, which it's not that far from me. I'm only 240, but, and actually, I mean, I'm really happy that when I was at 250 and I went down to 240 in the spring, I have not come back up, even though I haven't been exercising and stuff. So I'm happy that that I haven't put all that weight back on. And not that, once again, not that weight's the perfect measure of health or anything, blah, 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 blah. But, like my doctor said, she really wants me down from 250 to 220. So I'm still trying to make her happy so she stops yelling at me. So there's that. Like professionally, not professionally, but just this whole year I've been in such a funk, such a fugue state. And next year I want to be out of that. I want to be getting myself back to being the person I know I can be. I've just been kind of I don't know. I just feel like I've been a real piece of shit this year, and I gotta stop that. So yeah, I don't know that. I would like next year to be the year that I finally start looking at doing more shows, either my own show or maybe getting together with somebody else, do another show. We've been talking about a book club or talking about a Bible study or something like that. I think that'd be great. I think it'd be fun to do. I've got some really great spaces for that. I've got some really great ways to make that happen. So I just got to actually decide to do it and then commit. So we'll see. We'll see what the new year brings.
Gotcha.
What about you?
Personally wise, obviously it's all focused on weight loss. It's all focused on getting healthy. My goal, I know it's far-fetched. I know it's unrealistic, but the expectation, and I think the commitment is there, is I want to be literally half the man I am come Cemetery Vlogs next September. When we go out and do it, I want to be half the man I am today physically. Personally, emotionally, I think that I'm in a good place where I can maintain who I am. But when it comes to weight and weight loss, if I can be half the man I am today, then I'll be happy. Professional standpoint, I want to I want our growth to actually happen. I want everything we say we're going to do actually do. I want to get your show off the ground, the one that we were talking about doing. I want to get that going. Actually, while we were talking, I have a great idea we can talk about after the show for that. But I also want to get more YouTube content out there. I want to be able to find time to, make more FreakNet Studio content. And there was an idea that Dizzle J came up with that I would love to see him pursue. There's an idea that I was throwing around to you and everyone else. I just want us to grow, but I want us to grow in a way where it doesn't burn us out, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I want to get the content out there, but I don't want it to be like where we're doing so much it becomes a second job to what we already have to do in our lives.
Right.
I would love to.
Well, it'd be great if it was a second job, if it was paying you like at the first job.
Exactly. Yeah. if there was an income for this, I'd have no problem with it. Yeah. But it's like, as of right now, it's like what we're doing is growing for that. So, and it does take work. Right. And I think we do enough to keep ourselves moving forward. I think we're capable of giving a little bit more to where it could grow it without killing us. Yeah. And I think that's there. And I think we just got to figure out a way of doing that. One thing I would love to do is I would love to, we tried doing a weight loss journey together. We kind of got away from it. I'd love to try to do that again. I'd love to try to help us keep accountable on our weight loss journeys. Obviously, mine is a lot more than what yours needs to be, which is good for you for not having to go through, 100-pound loss, 200-pound weight loss, shit like that. But the whole keeping ourselves accountable on a daily basis, and maybe even doing a weekly, vlog, recap or catch up on where we're at, what we're doing, our successes and failures, and stuff, kind of like what we did before.
Yeah, that was one of the best things we did. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think it's all going to be about growth, both personally and physically, both personally and professionally for me, and just to kind of see what 2025 has to offer for that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Every week our listeners catch Cartoon Joe here on this Freakin' Show. But if an hour of Cartoon Joe just isn't enough for our listeners, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify and Blue Sky. There we go. At Geekcast Live.
Guys, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching This Freakin' Show. Continue to listen to us wherever you're listening to your podcast. Like and subscribe over there. And if you choose to listen or watch us, you can do so over at the FreakNet Studios YouTube channel. Just search FreakNet Studios, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can watch the podcast and everything. Thanks again to Matt Stoffle from Apex Nutrition for being on the show. Make sure you go to his site. Make sure you go to his Facebook page. Follow him. The link to that will be in our show notes on our Facebook page, so you can find all you need for your next best. So, guys, that's all I got. As always, I'm Travis C.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
You guys have a wonderful 2024. We'll see you in 2025. And thank you for another episode of This Freakin' Show. I'm out.